Hi, everyone. Tonight, Governor Bill Lee dodges questions about the controversial teachings of a group that he's invited to set up charter schools all across Tennessee.
As a NewsChannel 5 investigation first revealed, that curriculum suggests that children should be taught that the civil rights movement had no business pushing laws that prohibited discrimination against African Americans.
Our chief investigative reporter Phil Williams caught up with the governor today. Phil.
And we wanted to hear from the governor whether he thinks that children should be taught that those civil rights laws were a bad thing. But as you're about to see, getting a straight answer from the governor about the group he personally invited to Tennessee wasn't so simple.
For decades, Hillsdale College has been a standard bearer in quality curriculum and in the responsibility of preserving American liberty.
This was Tennessee Governor Bill Lee less than 6 weeks ago.
And we are formalizing a partnership with Hillsdale to expand their approach to civics education and K-12 education in Tennessee.
Announcing a collaboration with the ultra-conservative Hillsdale College out of Michigan to open charter schools across Tennessee. And this was the governor today downplaying his role.
Hillsdale is not currently operating here, but they're one who would like to, and they'll go through the same vetting processes as anyone, which will include curriculums.
After our investigation revealed how Hillsdale's curriculum rewrites the history of the civil rights movement, Princeton historian Kevin Cruz tweeted he was, quote, "not sure if I'm more offended as a historian or a Tennessean," calling it right-wing hackery and mind-blowingly stupid. Lee's reaction?
They'll be subject to the same process as any other charter management organization.
But you have embraced them, you included them in your state of the state. Do you not have an obligation to make sure that what they're teaching is historically correct?
I think that's why there'll be a vetting process for them through the State Department of Education.
I have a dream.
In fact, the curriculum that Lee embraced suggests that the civil rights law barring discrimination in public places violated the constitutional rights of those businesses that did not want to open their doors to people of color, saying this was where the line between private conscience and government coercion began to blur. Do you believe that businesses have a constitutional right to practice racial discrimination?
I do not think that discrimination based on race should be tolerated in any form.
But
Sam.
We're limited on time.
Sam.
Progress that is definitely being made.
Still, we wanted to get his reaction to Hillsdale's criticisms of the civil rights movement, specifically that the civil rights movement was almost immediately turned into programs that ran counter to the lofty ideals of the founders. So we decided to try one more time. Do you believe that the civil rights movement was almost immediately turned into programs that ran counter to the lofty ideals of the founders? Have you read the curriculum, sir? But we never got an answer. Now, the head of Hillsdale College has said that Governor Lee asked him to set up as many as 100 of those charter schools in Tennessee, teaching what Lee calls, quote, informed patriotism. It's not clear why the governor would have invited Hillsdale here without reading the curriculum first to see just how informed it really is. Emily?
All right, Phil, thank you. And Phil's ongoing Revealed investigation has provided an eye-opening look at how your state government really works. This is something you won't see anywhere else. You can find all those reports in a special section on our streaming apps, including Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.